All right, so welcome to episode 3 here. We are talking about the gratitude statement. I'm your trainer, Dan Dowdy, here with Built for the Trades. You know, these foundational pieces that we're learning today, whether you know them or not, you add this to what you're doing, you are really going to blow the socks off your customers, because everybody has gratitude whenever they buy something from you. But if you're showing gratitude before the sell, which is what we're going to learn today, that is showing not only confidence in yourself, but it's also assuming that they are going to buy from you. So it really takes it up a notch. So today you are going to need your pen and paper. You are going to write your own gratitude statement, and you're going to share it with the room before the training is up. Remember, guys, we're all about getting out of your comfort zone and putting more money in your pocket. Really, that's what we're here to do, and serving our customers along the way. So we're going to start with positive focus, just get our minds right for the training. We're going to go through core value talk. We're going to recap the previous session that we learned just in episode 2 there. We're going to talk about the gratitude statement, what it is, when do we do it in our new standard. We're going to do an exercise where you write it. We're going to conclude the gratitude statement and get out of here. So let me remind you, wherever your focus is directed, that's where your energy goes. And whatever you allow in your space, you eventually become. So the first part, wherever your focus is directed, that's where your energy goes. So you need to be focusing on things of positivity, things that make you better, learning things, getting healthier, becoming a better technician. All these different things play a role. Becoming a better spouse or father, or whatever that looks like. And then whatever you allow in your space, whether it's the music, the TV, the friends you hang around, the relatives you hang around, you eventually become that. So if it's something that does not better you, but something that's negative, it's something that's bringing you down, not giving you the right mindset, maybe somebody is doing that, you got to cut that out of your life. You got to get focused on what it is you want to achieve, and you will achieve it. All right, so positive focus. Let's take a minute here to share a positive focus. You have your paper there. Go ahead and write it down. It could be something simple. Had a good breakfast, good night's sleep. I got to go do something with my kids over the weekend. Showed up to work here with a clean truck. That's always a positive focus. Let's take a few minutes, jot it down, and then we'll come back. All right, so I'm back here. My positive focus today is I had a good workout this morning. I didn't feel like working out this morning, but I got on the treadmill, had a good run, a good weightlifting session. Just really feel good and energized for the day. In order to do that, I have to get up extra early. So I'm like anybody else, got to get up really early, because if I don't, I got kids and everything else going on, and work and things like that. So that's my positive focus for today. Sunrise core values. Remember, these define our culture. And we talked about this in our last training. These are the guardrails that keep us on track, towards the company vision. But if you adopt these as your own core values, they will keep you on track towards your success in life. When you have to make decisions, you come back and you reflect on the core values. When you're having to deal with a situation with the customer, maybe you come back and you reflect on your core values. So today we're talking about character. And here at Sunrise Plumbing and Air, we define character as professional, check the ego, and the way you do anything is the way you do everything. Let me break this down a little bit. What does it look like to be a professional in the trades? Everybody may have a little different perspective, but I'll pull out some of the easy ones. Okay, professional. We look good. We look clean, got a clean uniform, ready to rock. Our truck's clean, outside and inside. That looks pretty professional. We know how to communicate with customers. We make eye contact. We honor our word when we say we're going to do something. To me, that's pretty professional. The quality of our work is there. We clean up after ourselves. We protect off the work area. All those things we communicate. We communicate with the customer. We communicate with the office. That to me equals professional. The next thing is checking the ego. If you came to this training and you've seen a version of the new standard, or you feel like, well, I'm a big dog technician, I don't really need to listen to Dan. Well, here's your check. Check the ego. You should wake up every day like you're seeking for knowledge, like you're a beginner at what you do. If you do that, everybody you surround yourself with can teach you something. I'm telling you, it's awesome. So check the ego every time you come in here. Every day you wake up, check your ego. And the way you do anything is the way you do everything. The way I interpret this in my own life, this is something simple, but if I'm walking by the trash can and I go to toss some trash in there and I miss it, instead of just keep walking, I remember the way you do anything is the way you do everything. I don't want to be sloppy. I turn around, pick it up, toss it in trash. I'm at a customer's house. I'm working under the house. I'm insulating pipes. Well, I could rip that insulation tape off of there and tuck it up under some plywood and call it good. But I remember the way you do anything is the way you do everything, right? Maybe it's a situation at home with my family. I ask myself, am I being sloppy at this or am I following through? The way you do anything is the way you do everything. So these core values can really help you in the success of your life and the success of your career. So definitely dive in. All right, so recapping previous session, building value that matters. Remember, guys, we started off going through why do we have the new standard. Then we dove into some foundational tools. And the very first foundational tool, which I know is very important, is the building value statement. So we talked about what is a building value statement. We talked about how to use a building value statement that matters. Remember, we had 4 customers: the forever home customer, the busy professional, the cheap price shopper, the new home buyer. The way we determine how to define a good building value statement is we ask questions and we listen to what the customer is telling us. They'll tell you what matters to them. They'll tell you what's valuable. The next, and then right here is we share this with the customers with features and benefits. Remember, what's in it for me? What's in it for the customer is the way you got to be thinking it. So if I say the great thing about Sunrise Plumbing is that we offer our friends and family plan, I need to follow that up with, and here's how it benefits you. Remember, it's all about how it benefits the customer. So hopefully you have no questions on this. The goal is that you have a go-to building value statement. It could be building value about Sunrise Plumbing and Air. It could be a building value about you as a technician. I'm a 20+ year master plumber in the state of Texas. If I'm telling a customer that, that's going to be part of my building value statement. They're going to know that by hiring me, not only do I have the experience, but I'm also going to give them quality work because I also have 5-star reviews with my name on it that back me up with my quality work. So remember, it doesn't always have to be just about the company. Sometimes you can make it about you because they are buying from you when you're in their house. All right. Deep breath. Here we go. The gratitude statement. This is the second step of your foundational tools. Just like I said at the beginning, this is something that a whole lot of people don't do before the sale. They'll do it after the sale, but not before the sale. This is setting you up for success. All right. So the gratitude statement, the new standard here. We're going to review this just like we do every session. I want you to know this inside and out. Prepare for your day. That's a clean truck. That's your charged devices. That's clean uniform. You had an extra clean uniform in the truck. You're showing up on time. You're positive. You're doing all these great things. You're communicating with the office. You're arriving to the job on time in the morning. You're parking right in front of the house. You're knowing you're not flicking out cigarette butts and doing things in the trucks. You know when you pull up, you need to be ready to gather your stuff, get out of the truck, and go up to the house. You're walking the driveway. You're walking the sidewalk. You're staying out of the grass. That's showing respect for the property. You're introducing yourself. Just a nice knock, step back. You have your shoe covers, your mask. You're ready to go. Hi, my name is Dan. I'll be your plumbing or air professional today with Sunrise Plumbing and Air. Very simple. You hand a card or shake your hand or whatever, fist bump, say hi. You go in the house, you break the ice. You start to build value. You go to the issue at hand, you look at it, you shine your light on it, you check it out, you ask questions. We're going to talk about the different types of questions to ask in future trainings. But the main thing is building values where you're really building that relationship. That's where you're really doing a few things. You're using your building value statement, and you're also taking notes, getting content, but sometimes you're even qualifying the customer. And we're going to learn about that in future sessions. But today we're focusing on presenting options. So we're going to talk about going to the table. I mean, not necessarily just the actual presenting options, really the gratitude statement piece in this, which you'll see if you look at the sign, the new standard, you'll see using the gratitude statement. It's a foundational tool that we want to lay down before we get to presenting options. Next is completing the work. Remember, we talked about protecting the work area, only doing the work that you're assigned to do, cleaning up after yourself, treating the home like it's your own. Right here, cleaning up better than you found it. That's what we're always looking for. Educating the customer with home inspections, whether we're doing a 5-point or we're doing a friends and family inspection, you have an opportunity to really build more value and educate the homeowner, and then completing the experience, which is ensuring they're happy with the work and then asking for the review and making it personal. Then at that point, you're going to communicate with the office and move on to your next job. So let's rock and roll. Today, we're talking about the gratitude statement. Here's an example of a gratitude statement. I walk in from building my options. I go to the table and I say, Miss Jones, before we review the customized options, I wanted to take a second to let you know how much I appreciate you for choosing Sunrise Plumbing and Air to take care of your plumbing and air needs. I know that there's a lot of options out there nowadays, and this means a lot to me and my family. And I can promise that I will treat your house like my own. Wow, there's a lot going on in that gratitude statement. But imagine a professional sitting in front of you in the trades and saying that to you. How could you ever say no to that person? I mean, they truly are showing gratitude. And let's talk about why this is important. Why this is important is that you are doing a few things. One is you told them that you worked out customized options. That means that you listened to them. You went to your vehicle and you built options based on their needs, wants, and concerns. Most people don't do that. The next thing is you let them know how much it means to you and your family. You made it personal, but you also promised them that you're going to treat their house like your own. So that tells me right away that it's going to be quality work. You're going to clean up after yourself. You're going to communicate. You're going to do all these different things. So it's important because you are truly telling the customer that you're grateful for the opportunity to actually serve them, to be there in their house. It's not just about making a sale. You want to make people's lives better by your professionalism, your communication, your quality of work, the options that you give them. So step 5 of our new standard is present options. I'm going to break it down real quick for you, and then we're going to move to writing the gratitude statement. On our new standard board, it says first, get to the table. Guys, this new standard's here for an outline for you, but I understand some jobs you just can't get to the table. Sometimes it's full of crap. Sometimes you're out by the clean out looking at a sewer stoppage, and it's just not liable to go to the table. But we're asking, majority of the time, we want you to be getting to the table. It just makes for a more relaxed, personal atmosphere that you can communicate with the homeowner. The next thing is you're going to use a gratitude statement. Thank you for choosing Sunrise Plumbing and Air. So, and then you'll have whatever else you have behind that. Thank you for choosing Sunrise Plumbing and Air. It means a lot to me and my family that you chose me as your air conditioning professional today. Pretty simple stuff. At that point, you present your options, you ask them to choose which one, and then you're quiet. So we're not getting into that one today, but just wanted to show you what that looks like. So here's another example. I knock on the door from building options. I walk in. Ms. Jones, I have your custom options available. Do you mind if we go to the table to discuss them? She says, sure, let's go to the table. I sit down. I wanted to let you know how much it means to me and the entire Sunrise Plumbing and Air team that you chose us to complete your plumbing or air repairs today. I can assure you that I'll provide you with quality work and proper communication throughout the entire process. I don't know about you, but that's some pretty awesome stuff. All right, here's another example. Ms. Jones, before we review the customized options, I just wanted to take a second to let you know how much I appreciate you for choosing Sunrise Plumbing and Air to take care of your plumbing or air needs today. I know that there are a lot of options out there nowadays, and this means a lot to me and my family, and I can promise you I'll take care of your house like it is my own. That's the first one that we talked about. The second one, Ms. Jones, I have your custom options available. Do you mind if we go to the table to discuss them? I want to let you know how much it means to me and the entire Sunrise Plumbing and Air team that you chose us to complete your plumbing or air repairs today. I can assure you that I'll provide you with quality work and proper communication throughout the entire process. I mean, these are pretty long. Yours definitely does not have to be this long. All right, so just remember, let's take 5 minutes, write your own gratitude statement, and just remember that we all have different styles. So the only thing is I want you to make sure that you make it personal. So if you have to pause the video, you can pause the video, but let's take a few minutes to jot down your paper what is going to be your go-to gratitude statement. All right, so congratulations on writing maybe what is your first gratitude statement. Remember, guys, I want y'all to memorize these. I want you to just get comfortable. Whatever flows out when you sit down at the table, that's going to be your gratitude statement. The most important thing is that you just make it personal, because ultimately we talk about sales, we talk about being successful, but we're all about serving the customers. And I'll always tell you the difference between selling and serving is that we are asking questions, we're listening, and we're providing options based on what the customer tells us. And we're being honest about it. That is first and foremost the most important thing. And that in return will allow you to serve your customer, give them what they want. And in return, that's going to make you more successful and the company more successful. Here's another quote to be thinking about from Brian Tracy. Approach each customer with the idea of helping him or her solve a problem or achieve a goal, not of selling a product or service. And the way that we do this is that we ask questions. Once we know that that water heater needs to be replaced, instead of just going out and giving them a replacement option, we ask them, what are your hot water needs? What are you looking to get out of this today? Do you want the endless hot water? Do you want the energy efficiency? Do you want a bigger tank, a smaller tank? Do you want a pump on it? There's so many different things we could talk about with the homeowner that a lot of times we miss this because we're so busy just giving them whatever we're comfortable with giving them. So I encourage you to think about this. Approach each customer with the idea of helping him or her solve a problem or achieve a goal, not of selling a product or service. You do that, you'll be serving your customers and they will be extremely happy. So let's take a couple minutes. Go ahead and share your gratitude statement with me. All right, thank you for sharing that with me today. If you're by yourself, it's kind of awkward. I'm sure you're in the room looking like you're just talking to yourself, but that's all good. Hey, it's about getting out of your comfort zone, you know what I mean? So remember, change one small thing today and bigger changes will follow. So go ahead and share with me. I always talk about one takeaway, one small takeaway from today. What is your takeaway from this training? I just threw down my clicker. Go ahead and share it with me. All right. So thank you for attending this session 3. Remember, we are built for the trades. This is something that says we're proud to be an American. We're proud to be tradesmen or tradeswomen. We provide quality work all the time, no questions asked. Serving over selling. I just explained the difference between serving and selling. We live with integrity, doing the right thing when no one's looking. If you give your word to your customer or to your coworker or anybody, you're following through with that. You are always progressing. We talked about checking the ego today. We have to always be progressing to better ourselves. And ultimately, this is built on a foundation of faith, meaning that whether it's faith in God or faith in yourself and what you're going to create for your family, it's believing in something you can't see. And you first have to believe in yourself. if you want to be successful. So let's start doing that today. And once again, welcome to the Sunrise Plumbing and Air team. Hope you enjoyed session 3. I'll see you for session 4.